This is my passion. This is Ike's Outdoors. Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. I'm here today to do a review on the Elite Energy 35. As you can tell by the pink accessories, this one is my 3D bow. I've got this thing set up. I've got a pink sight, pink slide, pink pull on here, and I actually even have some pink arrows that go with this thing. This one is my favorite bow from the ATA show. The Energy 32 was actually my favorite. The Energy 35, though, as far as a 3D bow and an all-around bow, is awesome. This is the way that it's the bow I really liked at the 3D show, at the ATA show, and when I got a chance to pick one up, I picked one up. I had an Answer before. I actually traded my Answer in for this bow, and I'm really happy I made that choice and went ahead and did that. Like I said, this is the Energy 35. Axle to axle, and this is actually 34 3/4. Brace height on it is 7 inches. Bow's IBO rated for 330 feet per second. Good Cerakote finish to it, which is a good tough finish. I've had this on several other bows, and it's just a high quality, really good finish to the thing. Winner's choice strings on here. Got a lot of shots through this bow. Didn't take them long to settle in, and didn't take them long. They didn't have a lot of stretch to them. I didn't have to do anything to my peep sight. You know, once I set it in, it stretched a little bit, but not enough to have to do anything to my peep sight. Comes with limb savers on here. Got some speedsters. Got some things on the string, leeches or whatever those are called. Got a dampener on here, on your string dampener, and got a couple limb dampeners on it as well. Bow overall shoots pretty vibration free and is really quiet. It's actually got a great grip on it, and just a really is a pleasure to shoot. IBO rating, like I said, 330 feet per second. So for a 35-inch axle to axle bow, or 34 3/4-inch axle to axle bow, pretty quick. You know, that's a pretty good speed for something that's got this kind of axle to axle on it, and it's something that for a good all-around bow, this is going to be hard to beat the specs on this thing. A 7-inch brace height is going to be very forgiving. 34 3/4-inch axle, it's going to be very stable at full draw, and with 330 feet per second IBO rating, it's going to put out plenty of speed for you, and I found it to be very true. I've not speed tested it yet, but as far as shootability, it's a very shootable bow, and just a very solid bow, well designed, well engineered bow. It does have on the riser here, they've got a new design on the riser. They call this the cage, and by their website, this adds 30% to the strength and 19% to the stiffness. That's pretty important when it comes to a riser. You get your riser out of whack, which doesn't happen very often, but your riser gets out of whack, your riser starts to flex, and you start having inaccuracy, and it can happen. Some of the older risers out there, they did have a little bit of flex to them, so this is supposed to add some stiffness to the riser and some strength to the riser without adding weight. So I can't verify that. I don't have any way of testing that, but the idea is sound, the principle is sound, the design, you know, as far as an structural integrity design, as a welder and a guy who's built a lot of stuff, structural welding and stuff like that, the structure's there. I would assume that it's going to add a little bit of strength and a little bit of stiffness to it. One of the cool things I like about this bow is it's got a module based draw system on this thing, and with this current cam on it, it'll go from 27 to 31. So for you guys with a little bit longer draw length, it'll stretch out to that 31-inch draw length for you guys. The peak weights on this thing is available from 40 to 70. So you can get this thing from 40 peak weight all the way up to a 70-pound peak weight. If you're a woman or someone who wants to shoot lower poundage or has a shorter draw length, you can actually take and you can get this bow in another cam, which I think is called the ENS cam. And the ENS cam will actually range from 24.5 to 26.5. So for someone like my wife who shoots 35 pounds, she can actually get into this bow, which is a flagship model bow, and she can get that with the ENS cam on it, and she can get that short draw length and that 40 pounds on here and get a flagship model bow that actually fits her. There's not a lot of companies that offer that. You know, you get some of these flagship model bows out there, most of them are geared toward the men. It's nice to see a flagship model bow that you can actually get for a woman or for youth. So I like that option when it comes to this bow. We'll take it out here and we'll do some shooting with it. Like I said, I've been shooting this bow for a while now. Picked it up about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I've been shooting it for 3D. We'll run it through the chronograph. I've got a 27.5-inch draw module on here, and that's all I've got. So we'll go ahead and crank her down to 70 pounds, put a 350 grain arrow on it, or as close as I can get, and we'll see what she'll do at 27.5, and just talk about the shootability of this bow from there. This is the Elite Energy 35, 70 pounds, 362 grain arrow, 27.5-inch draw length, 20 grains of weight on the string. Alright, hopefully I've got the bow camera set up properly. I've got the bow all captured on film here. But like I said, I've been shooting this bow as my 3D bow for the last couple months. And I went ahead and left it at 70 pounds after the speed rating, just it really doesn't need to be moved down for me because the draw cycle is so good. Generally I shoot 64, 65 pounds. Draw cycle on this is pretty nice, so I can go ahead and shoot it at 70 pounds. Draw cycle is good, it's continuous. Back wall, it's got the stops are on the limb. Back wall is just as solid as can be. I mean, I'm pulling as hard as I can into it. It's got no mush at all. Bow is quiet, vibration free on the shot. Just a really nice grip to it. Of course, the longer axle to axle. It's a really nice shooting platform. Just feels really good at full draw. Really able to hold my pin on what I want. Really able to eliminate a lot of float. Like I said, the draw cycle is good. It's really smooth. Doesn't build up real fast. You know, you don't get a lot of weight right at the beginning. Just a nice, smooth, continuous build up at the beginning, and it just kind of flows to peak weight and then drops off nice and smooth. No big hump. No big drop off at the end. And apparently we're lacking a little glue on the Elite symbol, so that's always cool to have on video. But other than the Elite logo falling off, I really like the bow. It shoots really good. Like I said, I've been shooting it for a couple months now and have absolutely zero complaint about it. I can just wad arrows with this thing all day long. As far as the speed goes, you know, we hit 295 on this thing, and with the shorter draw length, the weight on the string, 10 grains more on the arrow, it's going to be pretty close to that 330 feet per second range. I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to say it's probably not going to exceed that 330, but it's probably going to get right at it. It's probably going to get that anywhere from 325 to 328, you know, and probably hit that 330 on a good day. But as far as actually exceeding the IVO rating, I wouldn't say it's probably going to exceed it. I think you'd be good to say you're going to hit it, but you're definitely probably not going to exceed it. But it's not too far off. You can see there, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but about 20 yards away, I'm just smacking arrows with this thing. And just, you know, that's pretty normal, pretty consistent for this thing to be smacking arrows with it. Overall, this is one of my favorite bows of the year. Just really like this Elite Energy 35, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a 32 as well. Good quality finish to the bow, good tough bow, excellent shooting platform, and just a really high quality, very shootable bow as they market this thing. Really, this 35 is a do-it-all bow. I wouldn't be afraid to go hunt with it. Wouldn't be afraid to shoot 3D with it. Actually, that's what I've been doing with it. So I wouldn't be afraid to shoot indoor with it. Really wouldn't be afraid to do just about anything with this bow. So for more information on this bow and the other Elite bows out there, we'll put a link to their website down in the description, and you can click on it and go directly to their website. For more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Now I'm going to go in and reglue my logo back on there. So appreciate you guys watching.